check his pulse when he got here?
Didn't see much point.
What the hell happened?
He did it! You listen to me, Cobbers! That fat bastard killed my son! You murdering pig bastard! Parrish!
I didn't know nothing about the bomb. Didn't have nothing to do with it.
I want the Baxters. They destroyed my station, killed my people, murdered my wife, and they will pay for it. Goodbye, Tani.
Your dad, Barry, said that you were the one who gave Clancy the bomb.
What, Paul? He wouldn't have said that. He'd have said the same as me. It was Troy that done everything.
What makes you say that?
Because he would have.
He just told you to say that to steer it away from him, didn't he?
No, he wouldn't have said that.
Your old man says that you and Troy cooked this up together and he knew nothing about it till after Troy died.
He wouldn't have said that. He wouldn't have said that.
How else would we know that it was you who gave Clancy the bomb and told him to give it directly to Senior Sergeant Croydon here?
Because that's what he said to the bloody retard.
Who's he?
Dad! I didn't even know he had it. He was laughing about it afterwards, talking about paying you all out. Said he'd waited 10 years for this.
You little dog! Your payday's coming, son! Your payday's coming!
What are we doing out here?
Sarge said he was raving.
He's always raving. You called in 4 complaints last week.
This is such a waste of time.
Well, beats doing an audit of the property cage.
Mr. Rhodes?
It's still out there!
Huh?
It's horrible!
I can't hear you. Can you put the window down? I can't hear you.
I'd like me not with it out there!
Of course, sir. Still raving.
Let's check it out.
Don't go in there!
Bloody vegetarians?
Just because he's into animal rights doesn't make him a vegetarian.
Check out that van.
Don't go in there, Mickey!
Don't touch it.
Guess they'd lock the lines up after hours, eh?
Dunno.
Maybe we should wait in the car just until we find out.
Good idea.
Was there any ID on the body?
Didn't stop to look.
Neither did I. Not with a wild beast on the loose.
Mr. Rhodes, you locked yourself in the car after you saw the body?
Who do you think I am? Jungle Jim? You weren't in there too long yourself, Constable.
He's been picketing the place, trying to get some hard info about...
Misery and about starvation.
And neglect of the animals, I know. I've been passing on your complaints to the RSPCA.
He says he found the padlock smashed, looked in and found the body.
Well, trued. He might be right about the animals being neglected.
I am.
A liner need to be pretty hungry to do that.
I'm right, all right. And now you've got a man-eater on the loose.
Okay, get a formal statement from him. We need to let the boss know as soon as possible. So the body's in there?
Yep.
Right, let's go.
Are you sure it's not still in the enclosure?
No, boss. The line's gone.
All right, get O'Rourke and Peroni back here with photos of the victim. Mount Thomas 900 out.
Boss.
Here's Crookshank.
After several weeks of legal wrangling, the murder trial of Barry John Baxter begins today, against a background of alleged police brutality and harassment. Baxter is accused of the bombing murders of Senior Constable Joanna Parrish.
God, Rayner, you and Jones do a door-knock. We need to inform people about this animal.
In July
Boss.
You know the deal. Stay indoors, call the station for information.
Good luck at the trial.
Luck won't come into it.
No, wait.
What?
Why don't you stay in the car and I'll go and warn the householder.
What's this? Old-fashioned chivalry?
Yeah, well, what's wrong with a bit of chivalry? It's a man-eater out there.
Go on then, Sir Evan. And thanks.
So just shutting the doors should be fine. There's no need to lock yourself in. Just give the station a call in a couple of hours and hopefully we can give you an update by then. Thanks very much. No. It's my pleasure. Did you hear that? You... Oh. I could have had a heart attack.
A big, strong, chivalrous knight like you, I doubt it.
It could still happen. I could go any second.
Oh, yeah, right.
Which means I should probably get something off my chest.
Yeah, you get it off your chest.
You scare the crap out of me, woman. I'm going to scare the crap out of you.
Ooh, he's going to scare me now.
Will you marry me? Well?
We only just started going out.
We've wasted enough time already, don't you think?
Hey, shouldn't you be at home? I thought you had the mumps.
I don't feel sick.
Don't you?
The babysitter had to go to Avonlea at absolutely no notice. So we thought Grandad. Not hard to take a bit of time out to look after your granddaughter when you're the boss, is it?
Generally speaking, yes. Today, even more so.
We're off to Melbourne. It's the Baxter trial.
You forgot, did you?
You didn't mention it, did you?
I did. Perhaps it just didn't register.
Meaning what? What, I'm too self-centred to be aware of other
didn't
people's
say
problems.
that.
That's what happens when you have a child to look after, Dad. If I could take her to work with me at the Imperial, I would, but it's licensed premises, isn't it? I'm sure you wouldn't want me breaking the law.
Anna.
Come on, Daisy. Hope the trial goes well.
Drew didn't come home last night. He often stays out with his friend Bryce, but the school rang this morning. Neither of them turned up for class.
What was your son wearing, Mrs. Johnson?
Jeans, a white T-shirt with some red writing on it. I brought a photo. What is it?
Mrs. Johnson, I'm afraid we have some very bad news for you.
It's Drew Johnson. He's 17.
Any idea why he was out there in the wildlife park in the first place?
Stupid prank. And there may be a second victim. His mate's missing too. His name's Bryce Dixon. He's the same age. Apparently they were out together last night.
Right, you onto it?
Working on it.
OK.
You took your time? Yeah. I knocked on every door in a 5K radius. Some of the blokes out there fancy themselves as great white hunters. Want to bag themselves some big game.
Well, I hope you discouraged them.
As far as we could, yeah.
Kelly and Joss not around, are they?
They're IDing the body with the boy's mother.
Glad it's them and not me.
Part of their training, Kirby.
Yes, look, in that case, Susie and Evan, the property cage does need auditing, I'm afraid.
Okie dokes.
I'll meet you in there.
Hey, how'd you go?
The mother collapsed.
One umbrella. Very broken.
Whoa, you're a man of so many talents.
Well,
One ring.
Wow. What is that, diamond?
No, it's marcasite. You're gonna have to improve your taste in rings. Whoa, get up. Stop it.
Or what? You'd be forced to audit me.
Might be interesting. You surprised me this morning.
Well, like I said, you scare me, I'll scare you.
Hey, you know, now that we've sort of come to this point, I just think it's really important that we're upfront and honest with each other, don't you think?
Well, sure. Look, we've both made mistakes. You know, some more than others. Look, if this is about Ben, don't worry about it.
No, it's not about Ben.
Well, then what?
Don't worry, we'll talk about it.
Hey, no, don't shut the lid on me.
No, we'll just leave it for the moment.
Okay, so if it's not about Ben, then what is it about? Oh, someone else in the station. Someone else in the station, but there's no... Alex.
It was
Hey,
one
whoa. You slept with Alex?
You did an inquiry about an African figurine.
Is that better?
Yeah, thank you.
Some mate you turned out to be.
What?
Susie.
Oh, mate, listen.
No. You've been laughing behind my back the whole time.
Oh, that is crap. What happened between Susie and me happened. But I would never have gone if I know how you felt about her. I mean, you told me there's nothing going on between you. Look, when I found out she was your girl, which I had to find out from Chris Riley, for God's sake, I backed right off. So don't come in here all pissed off. It's nobody's fault. It's history. And to tell you the truth, I'm glad the two of you finally got it together, okay?
Okay.
Fine. So let's just forget about it, okay? Come on. Blow your nose. Wipe away your tears. Oh!
Laugh at that one.
Could you pass me one of those?
His mouthpiece is good.
You won't get Baxter off, though, I'll make sure of that.
It's hard going. Way.
I'll feel better once I've given evidence.
Sergeant Croydon, Lee Cruikshank, Newsbeat. What's your reaction to Mr. Baxter's allegations of police harassment?
I have no comment.
He's named you specifically.
I'll say what I have to say in court, and it's Senior Sergeant.
Detective?
Senior detective and no comment?
Do you deny the allegations? Is Mr. Baxter being framed?
Who's on trial here?
Mount Thomas. It was supposed to be a new start for me and the kids. We're set up with the church and everything. And nobody had ever given us a helping hand before, and we're really grateful. Really grateful.
They were trouble from the moment they arrived.
Right from the start, Senior Sergeant Tom Croydon would not let us be. He persecuted my boys. Whenever they turned around, he was there. He just wouldn't leave us alone. He threatened them, he followed them.
Troy and Matthew Baxter were responsible for a series of robberies, the proceeds of which they used to fund the production of amphetamines. They were also responsible for a number of assaults, including the rape and murder of my wife.
I was their dad. I was supposed to protect them. But I couldn't stop him. I couldn't save them from him.
The defendant placed some explosives in a backpack, which he then gave to a mentally handicapped young man, Clancy Freeman, who took it into my station. He gave it to Constable Joe Parrish, a fine young woman. They were both killed in the explosion.
He killed my boy, Troy. He killed him. And then the gutless bastard tried to drown my daughter. Took my family in both his gutless hands and he tore us apart.
Mr. Baxter.
He tore us apart.
I'll be back in town tomorrow after I get my evidence. Now, you call me if you need me, all right?
Senior Sergeant, how did you feel it went in there today?
I'm perfectly satisfied Baxter showed himself to be the animal he is.
But what about Mr. Baxter's allegations of police brutality? You haven't answered
Listen,
his...
lady, that man...
Okay.
I want to help to tell your side of the story.
I just did in court.
But that's the official version. What about you?
I'll live with it. Baxter's going to jail. I'm going back to my station.
I've got 2 more reported lines starting. Can you follow them up?
What's wrong with your phone?
Well, I got 4 calls to make for him, trying to get a lead on this missing Bryce Dixon kid. There are other things happening, you know.
Yeah, but I keep missing what's going on under my nose, don't I?
Look, just tell your husband he's not to go out there with his gun, right?
In your compost bin. My pleasure. How many bloody lions are there out there? Every nutter in Mount Thomas seems to have one in their
Jonesy.
backyard.
Look, I lost it and I'm sorry.
No, you didn't lose it. You thought about it and you hit him.
Susie, please.
No, I waited. I waited months for you to say something, to make some kind of move.
Yeah, and my mate just jumped right in and made a move all of his own, didn't he? You don't think I've got a right to be angry?
No, I don't.
We don't know the history. The number of times I've gone into bat for him. The number of jealous boyfriends I've had to deal with. But this was his best mate. And his best mate's woman.
Oh, I'm your woman now.
No, Suze, please, let's not blow it.
It's too late.
Anything on that missing kid?
No one's seen him since he and Drew headed off last night, and he's not answering his mobile.
Sarge? Joss says that they've been trying to call Bryce on his mobile, no reply.
Doesn't sound too hopeful, does it?
Most mobiles have directories, right? When someone in the directory calls, a name comes up.
Apparently, yes.
Drew and Bryce were great mates, so you'd expect them to have each other's numbers in their mobiles, yeah?
Yes, your point being?
Maybe Bryce is too scared to answer the phone to his mum or an unknown number, but if his mate called...
Kel, his mate is dead.
Yes, but his phone isn't.
Drew. Jesus, mate. You okay? I thought you were dead.
Bryce, please don't hang up.
It's supposed to be like that extreme stuff, you know? Like jumping off roofs and skateboarding off cliffs. Yeah. It was a dare. Get your photo taken with a line. Came after us, so we just bolted.
And what did you do?
Climbed a tree.
Why didn't you answer your phone?
Didn't you see all the searchers out there?
Guess I just fell asleep.
So we've called your parents. They're on their way.
They pissed off?
Relieved, more like. Why didn't you answer the phone when they called?
Couldn't leave without Drew. Drew's okay, isn't he?
I'm really sorry, Bryce. Drew's dead.
It's just a dare.
Sarge, that was Jack Kellett. Something's made a mess of one of his sheep.
What kind of mess?
Tore it apart. He's holed up in the farmhouse with his shotgun.
The Kellett's place? That's outside the primary search area.
Susie, you and Evan.
I have to run the wildlife checks for Amy.
Right, well, Alex. Is there a problem here?
No.
No?
No problem.
Another half K, he said. Or so.
Well, it must be about there then. That must be the gate. You gonna open it? Hey, my nose is fine in case you're wondering.
I wasn't.
I just thought you could throw a decent punch.
Yeah, and I seem to remember throwing a few to help you out.
Well, that's funny, because
Just drive.
That's pretty recent. Last couple of hours.
It wasn't a dog. Spin it in half.
I'll, wait till the Sarge, give him the heads up.
Hey, there's a picnic ground down by the river past those trees. We better go and check it out, see if anyone's down there. You radio in the car, I'll drive. I'll check out the tents. All right.
Hello? Hello? Jesus, it scared me half to death.
Niall was here.
Here, you saw it here?
Hi, Niall was here.
Okay, how long ago?
Here, a few minutes.
Right, is that your car?
Niall.
Is that your car?
Niall.
I know, but you have to get your car to be safe.
No, Niall.
Oh, shit. Okay, stay very still, don't move.
Yes, I'll send it to Melbourne
Well,
for
wasn't
repair.
it supposed to have been repaired?
Only came back last week.
Yeah, well, it's like it's not me going to Melbourne for repair.
Yeah, Evan, did you hit it?
Might have winged it.
Saved his life. Should put him up for a medal, Sarge.
Yeah, I could do without that.
Still?
No, just... let's forget about it.
Sounds like a good idea.
Better finish that property audit.
Do you need some help?
No.
We'll tag it for repair again, I suppose.
Oh, great. We'll actually fix it this time?
Yeah, well, spare parts of the issue. They don't actually make them anymore.
They probably use parts from another gun.
Yeah, they do. It's called budget economics.
No, it's called putting members at risk.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, how am I meant to trust any of our guns after this?
Yeah, no, fair point. But you're lucky Evan was there. You probably owe him a drink, I'd say.
These diamonds?
What do you want?
Somebody's going to get killed if the Braid don't get a proper maintenance budget up and running. Hey. We should have had this with us. Reckon you could take out a line with us? Look, Joss was right. You saved my life.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have been the first time. Look, if you came in here to chat, you can forget it.
I came here to make peace. Come on, mate, it's not the first time we've fought over girls.
Yeah, well, this wasn't just to any girl. I proposed to her this morning. We were getting married.
Oh, mate.
Piss off.
Why is no one answering that phone?
It's been ringing all morning, boss.
Is that why you failed to keep me updated?
No, boss. We knew when you were due back. How was the trial?
As you'd expect.
Too fast. Boss, that was PJ. He's on his way back.
What? Why?
Oh, talk about boys and wild animals.
Shut up.
It's not known at this stage how Miss Cruikshank came to gain access to a secure area of the court. Our cameraman sustained a broken collarbone in the attack. He's still being interviewed by police who've not yet released the identity of Baxter's partner in this dramatic escape. Police warn that Barry John Baxter is armed and considered extremely dangerous and should not be approached under any circumstances.
The last place Barry Baxter is going to turn up is Mount Thomas. He's probably halfway across the New South Wales border by now.
No, he's an opportunistic, evil-minded sadist. The bastard will be out for revenge.
Yeah, boss.
And
he's
I am not going to sit on my hands and wait for him to come back and pick up where he left off.
Yeah, but we've still got a bloody lion out there. I mean, I can't pull troops off that on the chance that Baxter decides to show his face here. He's mad to turn up here.
He is mad.
It's not going to happen, boss.
He's right.
Oh, so why did you come back in such a hurry?
There's no point hanging around Melbourne with the trial suspended and...
And just in case.
He's not going to come here.
But you're not sure. I am. And if PJ can get back here this fast, so can Baxter. I say we put our resources where they're most useful. Now, do we know who the other escaper is?
Malcolm Crode, and Amy is checking him out on lead.
Let's see what we're up against, eh?
Mal Crode, ex-army, care of a dishonourable discharge. Speed freak, he's up for Agberg, rape and murder.
Also a suspect in a child porn investigation, great.
Charming.
How does he know Baxter?
Remand awaiting trial.
Boss?
You don't think it's just a coincidence that Baxter's recruited a guy like Crode to help him, do you? I'm going to go get Aaron and the kids, make sure they're safe.
This is great. We come to you asking for help and it's all too hard. Now you want to drag us all down to the station.
Where are they?
Sam's at school, Daisy's at the Templeton's house.
Aldridge Road, second farm out.
What, out there?
It was the best I could do. She couldn't go to school. Forget that, did you?
Come on.
Look, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Just go. And Tom, be careful.
I'm quite happy to keep it. It's arranged, you know.
I know, Elsie. That'll pay for the full time.
Is there anything else I can do?
No, thanks, Mrs. Templeton. It's all in hand. How much does she owe you?
We agreed on $30, but look, if that's too much...
No, that's fine. I'm sorry to cut it short.
No, never mind. We're having such a lovely time too, weren't we, sweetie?
Granddad, do you like Brussels sprouts?
Oh, no, I hate them.
Good, I told her they were disgusting.
Did you just? There you go. I'm just relieved that everyone's all right.
Thanks for paying her.
Susie, can you come and have a look at this for me?
What's the problem?
Well, it's an email. It's taking forever. Of course, if we had broadband... Oh, hang on. Just check the byte size. No, it's just a bunch of photos, obviously.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any news?
Oh, no, nothing yet.
They still haven't found the prison van.
They must have dumped it by now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure of that. Joss, do you want to take the kids into the mess room? I'm sure Daisy and Sam could do with the juice.
It's all right. Come on, kids. Anna.
What is it?
Well, they weren't photos. It's a video file from Baxter.
Run it.
Hello, Mr. Croydon. I'd love you to meet my new squeeze. It's young Lee. And my new best mate, Mal. It's amazing technology, these little digital cameras and stuff, eh? It's clever little Lee. She's a real Girl Scout. She's prepared for anything in her line of work. She'll go far. I bet you wish you knew where we were, Mr. Croydon. It looks like I've got away with it after all, eh?
Can't trace it yet.
It's a Bluetooth setup from Lee Cruikshank's mobile. We can narrow down the location, but it could take hours.
Get onto it.
How about visual information, background sound?
Nothing. No windows in shop. Doors are closed. No discernible sound.
To us?
Yes, well, I've sent it away to the techs for analysis, so...
They're still looking for the van?
You would have dumped it after he shot the clip.
Boss, there may be some good news in the message.
Really?
Yeah, well, remember he said got away with it? Past tense. Could be saying he's heading clear.
Do you share his optimism?
No.
Changed your mind?
I think Baxter's looking for trouble.
My thoughts exactly.
Beat you again.
Beat you again. Just a little kid's game.
Way too simple.
How long are we gonna have to stay here?
Oh, that's up to the boss.
Why? I'm their mother. What's he going to do? Lock us up for our own safety?
That's the way it's going to be. I know it's tedious, but it's a matter of safety first. Now, who wants Brussels sprouts?
Ooh, yuck!
Did I say Brussels sprouts? I meant fish and chips.
Yay!
Don't talk to me.
He belted me. It's a bloke thing. Don't make it a deal breaker.
Marriage isn't a deal, Alex.
Jonesy may have his Neanderthal qualities, but he loves you and he saved my bacon today. He's a good mate.
You don't get it, do you? You're no better. You just pulled away, didn't even have the guts to talk to me. Is that a bloke thing too?
You, any luck on that trace yet?
Not yet, Sarge. I keep being interrupted.
Just think about it.
I have been. Yes, hi. Yeah, I've been waiting.
You drinking or thinking?
Taking up space, am I?
Let's just say you're not exactly adding to the atmosphere. What's wrong?
Bad day.
Tiger?
It just got worse.
I'd say you're drinking beer.
What's it look like?
It's been like that for an hour.
Well, beer to Worcester's, mate. A day like today, blood in the gutter, plans down the gurgler. A day like today is a single malt day. Chris, I'm buying 1 bottle, single malt, please.
Any particular single malt?
Just as long as there's one of them.
What's the occasion?
The occasion is the pressing requirement for 2 old mates to discover the face of the rat and fresh out a few things.
Fine. Hand over your car keys. If you're going to get rat face, you can go and do it in the parlour.
The kids are exhausted, Dad. I need to get them home.
Sorry, not yet. Anything?
Yeah, the triangulation on the mobile's down to the state forest, this side of Apollo Bay.
Makes sense.
I found the van.
Ditched past Apollo Bay.
So they're travelling west?
Away from Mount Thomas.
You're probably halfway across another ball by now.
Which means we've been wasting our time sitting around here.
Being careful is never a waste of time.
I need to get them home now, Dad, if that's all right with you.
All right. Tired, sweetie? Come on, let's get you home. Come on, up to date. Ooh, what a big girl.
Sis, getting home?
Yeah, there's something I've got to do first. seen Jonesy?
Oh, he was here a minute ago. Seems to have disappeared. Anyway, I'm closing up now.
Do you mind if I get a nightcap? It's been one of those days.
Yeah, so here.
I might have a scotch.
No, you're right. You're deadly right. Dead bloody right.
What's that then? Mice?
Bigger than that. Rats.
No, you're right. Who does anything?
Do you?
Oh, to you. You're buying.
To the two of you.
Susie! G'day! Susie, come and have a drink.
No, thanks. Sorry to have been a speed bump in the path of your beautiful friendship. You guys have a good night.
Susie. Susie. Come on, Alex and I was just mending a few bridges.
Oh, great. As long as you guys are mates again.
It had nothing to do with you.
Didn't it?
And we've been mates a long time.
Yeah, well, then we wouldn't want a girl to come between you, would we?
No.
No, don't.
It's not about...
Listen, this whole boys' club thing, relationships with coppers.
Susie, don't do it, please.
Jonesy, you go. You bond away with Alex. I'm through with you.
Painkillers in the first aid kit.
Thanks, Sarge, but I've already had a packet of them.
Yeah, morning, boss. How are the kids?
Daisy's back at the Templeton place against my advice. I don't know why I can't just take a couple of days off.
Mount Thomas Police.
Joss, you and Kelly can go out and patrol this morning.
Yes, Sarge?
Yes, it seems some members may yet have an illegal blood alcohol reading.
Out there straight away. Sarge, that was another lion sighting. The woman said she saw it clear as day.
Where?
Woodland Road, opposite the kindergarten.
Kindergarten? Just phone them, will you? You better take the station rifle.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Oh, hang on, boss. I think I've got another video downloading.
Kelly, on your way, do your job.
PJ, Amy, may need you for this.
G'day, Mr. Croydon. They're all out looking over Apollo Bay, are they? You know better, right? Right. Because you know I don't like letting grudges go, don't you? Yeah, it's a genetic thing. Runs through the whole family. Mind you, the family's in a bit of a mess right now. And that makes me cross. How cross? You're about to find out, Don. You and yours.
Sergeant, you and Kirby get up to the Aldridge Road, the Templeton place. Bring Daisy in.
I'll copy the clip and send it for analysis.
Where's Sam? At the primary school. You and Raina go.
Well, I'll get Anna from the pub.
Play it again.
What the hell did you do to him to make him come after us like this?
I arrested him for murder.
Oh, and this police brutality stuff is just a fiction, is it?
Fox, take my daughter to the mess room and give her a cup of tea. Try and calm her down.
Anna, come with me.
I should have trusted my instincts.
The uniforms are picking up the kids. There's nothing else you can do.
Oh, Sergeant. Oh, thank God.
Templeton, what's the problem?
There's something out there behind the sheds. Some kind of animal.
Mrs. Templeton, where's Daisy?
I don't know. She just took off.
Oh, get inside. Come on.
Have you actually seen it?
Not yet, no.
Then get after it. The sighting O'Rourke and Peroni attended was a bloody Great Dane. This could be the real thing.
Yes, we're going now. Mount Thomas 250 out.
I'm going out.
No, you can't. Look, here you can coordinate things. Out there, you're another target.
Mr. Templeton safe in the house?
Yep.
All right, I'll get on to Kelly and Joss to bring down the station rifle.
No need.
prepared.
You can't use that. That's evidence in an upcoming trial.
What am I supposed to do if my gun doesn't work again? Throw it? Been to the charging of that thing once already.
Yeah, fair enough.
Look, I'll go. There's no point in us both getting chewed.
Fair enough.
If you hear me yelling, come in then. At least that way we might have a chance of nailing the thing.
All right, hey, don't be a hero.
Don't worry. It's Jonesy's department. Easy, mate. Easy. You poor bugger. You're really hurting, aren't you? Jonesy must have been a better shot than he thought.
Dead?
Yeah.
Right, you okay?
Yeah, I was injured.
Yep.
Daisy! Daisy, you can come out now.
Daisy! Right, stay there. Search the place. Any sign of Daisy, any sign of Baxter, you let me know immediately.
Boss.
I'll notify St David's, get them to send some uniforms.
Mount Thomas 208 to Mount Thomas 900. Boss.
What is it?
Sam's not here. He didn't come back to class after recess.
Boss?
St David's are sending people out now.
Who is that bastard?
We go see the Mount Thomas 900, cross the 2 local for your 250.
Mount Thomas 900, have you found her?
No sign of Daisy yet, boss. But we have found Lee Cruikshank.
She should have been taken straight to the hospital.
He told me I had to give it to him.
Get her to the hospital.
Farmer, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for the master and 1 for the dame. 1 for that fat pig who lives down the lane.
Nothing to worry about, Tom. Al loves kids. He just loves them. Between us, we'll take real good care of them. Real good.
Oh, Grandad.
Check his pulse when he got here.
Didn't see much point.
What the hell happened?
He didn't listen to me, Cobbers. That fat bastard killed my son.
You murdering pig bastard.
Parrish!
I didn't know nothing about the bomb, didn't have nothing to do with it.
I want the Baxters. They destroyed my station, killed my people, murdered my wife, and they will pay for it. Goodbye, Tani.
Your dad, Barry, said that you were the one who gave Clancy the bomb.
Bull, he wouldn't have said that. He'd have said the same as me. It was Troy that done everything.
What makes you say that?
Because he would have.
He just told you to say that to steer it away from him, didn't he?
No, he wouldn't have said that.
Your old man says that you and Troy cooked this up together and he knew nothing about it till after Troy died.
He wouldn't have said that. He wouldn't have said that.
How else would we know that it was you who gave Clancy the bomb and told him to give it directly to Senior Sergeant Croydon here?
Because that's what he said to the bloody retard.
Who's he?
Dad! I didn't even know he had it. He was laughing about it afterwards, talking about paying you all out. Said he'd waited 10 years for this.
You little dog! Your payday's coming, son! Your payday's coming!
What are we doing out here?
Sarge said he was raving.
He's always raving. You called in 4 complaints last week.
This is such a waste of time.
Well, beats doing an audit of the property cage.
Mr. Rhodes?
It's still out there!
Huh?
It's horrible!
I can't hear you. Can you put the window down? I can't hear.
I'd likely not with it out there.
Of course, sir. Still raving.
Let's check it out.
Don't go in there!
Bloody vegetarians?
Just because he's into animal rights doesn't make him a vegetarian.
Check out that van.
Don't touch it.
Guess they'd lock the lines up after hours, eh?
Dunno.
Maybe we should wait in the car just until we find out.
Good idea.
Was there any ID on the body?
Didn't stop to look.
Neither did I. Not with a wild beast on the loose.
Mr. Rhodes, you locked yourself in the car after you saw the body?
Who do you think I am? Jungle Jim? You weren't in there too long yourself, Constable.
He's been picketing the place, trying to get some hard info about...
Misery and about starvation.
And neglect of the animals, I know. I've been passing on your complaints to the RSPCA.
He says he found the padlock smashed, looked in and found the body.
Well, trued. He might be right about the animals being neglected.